Hey, you alright? Welcome to another video. If you haven't been here before, my name is Georgia Jo and this is my channel where I talk all things books. So today we are going to do my August TBR, which is a little bit crazy. I know everyone says it, but I can't believe we're doing August already. The year is going way too quickly, but it is what it is. So yeah, let's get the August TBR done. So I'm going to do the prompt jar method today. I did write these prompts maybe, I think it was in March, so a good 4 or 5 months ago, so I can't remember what's in these. I've absolutely no idea. It's just been sat on the top of this like bookshelves for the past few months, so I couldn't tell you what any of them are. So every single one is going to be a surprise. But yeah, I think I'm going to choose 6 this month. I feel like normally I would have like around 10 books on my TBR, but the Olympics are on at the moment and I adore the Olympics. I absolutely love watching them. So I don't know how much time for the first couple of weeks of August I'm actually going to be reading for, because I could just sit and watch the Olympics all day. So yeah, I'm only going to choose 6 I think this month, and we'll see how we get on. And then that also, if I do still end up reading a lot, it gives me a lot of leeway, you know. So how I'm going to do it is choose the prompts first, and then I'll have a mooch, and then I'll choose out my books, because these are like double-sided, but I'm on carpet, so it's hard to move them. So yeah, I'm going to choose these out first, and then I'll choose the books. So let's choose my first prompt. We'll go with this one. Okay, a book released this year. Okay, I have a few of those. I've actually got a new book coming tomorrow as well, so that might be a good one to read on that. But that's a good one. I think I've got a few of them. So that's our first prompt. And then, oh, that one's fallen out, so we'll go with this one. Our second prompt is a book where the first letter matches the first letter of the month. Okay, so we're going into August. So a book beginning with A, basically, is the second prompt. The first letter matches the first letter of the month. Yeah, so A. And then we'll go with, let's go with one at the bottom. We'll go with this one. A book with less than 200 pages. Okay, I'm not 100% sure I have many of those. That might have to be a Kindle book maybe, but we'll have a look. We'll have a look. So that's the third prompt. And then the fourth we have got, we'll go with this one on the top. A book where the author's first or last name starts with a C. Okay. Okay, we've got the Cassandra Clare books. I don't know if I've got many of those, but we'll have a look. I'll have a mooch and I'll pick some out. So that is the fourth prompt. This book starts with a C. And then, oh no, it wasn't the book, was it? It was the author. Yeah, the author's first or last name starts with a C. And then we have the next book in a series you haven't finished. That is a good one, because I'm really wanting to get some series finished this month or this year. Before the end of the year I want to try and get a lot more of the series finished. So that is 5. So this is the last prompt, and we have got, let's go with this one. Oh, it's a very short one. A book that's blue. Okay, I feel like we've got a good mixture there, like a new book, ones with the letters, a short book, a series, and a colour. A book that's blue. Okay, so I'm gonna go and have a look at the books that I've got that fits those prompts, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I've got my books chosen. Well, no, I've not got my books chosen. I pulled out all the options and I thought we'll talk through them. So for the first one, a book released this year, I'm actually going to choose a book that is arriving tomorrow, which is one that I pre-ordered, and it's The Grandest Game by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. So that like I say, I did pre-order it, and it's following on from the Inheritance games. I think it's sort of, like I say, following on from it. So it's not like I think it's the same characters, and it's the games that sort of they've set up, if that makes sense. I do have Jennifer Lynn Barnes books all here. So I really love her books. I really enjoy them. They're just so easy to read, and I'm really looking forward to reading this one. So yeah, I think it's where the main characters from the Inheritance like trilogy, and then the Brothers Hawthorne, I guess, have created their own set of games for other people to do. I think that's right. So that's the one I'm going to choose for this, a book released this year. So we're going with The Grandest Game by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And then next up, we've got a book where the first letter matches the first letter of the month. So obviously we're going into August, so we're going to choose A. So for most of these books, they are like A something something. So like A Little Life, A Little Life. Because I don't really I have one book that's actually the word starts with A rather than it being A something something, you know. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what to choose for that, but we've got A Little Life. I don't think I'm going to choose this one. I think this is going to be a book. I would like to read it before the end of the year, but I think it's going to be a book that I need to pick up when I'm in the mood for it, you know. I don't think it's a book that I'm going to read because it's on my TBR, if that makes sense. I think I need to be in the mood for it because it's quite a chunky book, so I don't think we're going to go with that one. But then we've got A Bicycle Built for Two, which was A Bicycle Built for Sue, which was on my TBR last month, and I think this is just like a feel-good book about friendship, so that might be a nice one to choose. Then we have also got A Tempest of Tea by Hafsah Faisal, which I have started. I think I got distracted by other books, and that's why I didn't carry it on. It wasn't really, you know, because I wasn't enjoying it. I think I just got distracted with other books. So that is definitely a contender, but I feel like it's not August vibes, you know, because it's about like vampires, so I feel like that's going to be more like the Burr months, you know, rather than August. And then my option, which I think I'm going to go for, which has been on my monthly TBRs a few times and I've just not picked it up, and it's the only book that I have that I could find that begins with A that isn't like A something something, and it is Ace of Spades by Farida Abike Iyamide. I am really excited to read this book. I don't know why I've been like putting it off. I'm really looking forward to reading it. So this is the one I'm going to choose, and I'm going to get it read this month. I'm going to get it read this month. So for a book beginning with the first letter of the month, which would be A for August, I'm going to choose Ace of Spades. So that is the second book on the August TBR. And then next up we had a book where the author's first or last name starts with a C. So I've got a few for this one. I've got Freckles by Cecilia Ahern, which I actually don't know what this book is about. A warm and bittersweet tale about finding yourself through family and friendship. So we have got that one. Then we've also got 56 Days by Catherine Ryan Howard, which is like a thriller, I think, like a murder mystery vibes. I know it's like some kind of thriller, crime, something along those lines. We've got that one. Then we've got Infinite Alchemist by Kaysen Calendar, which I actually honestly don't remember buying this book. I have no idea what it's about. It looks good, but it also gives me the same sort of thing as Tempest of Tea, where it's going to be, you know, later months. But I don't know, it does look good, spellbinding, fast-paced and deeply romantic. I just don't really know what it's about, but we've got that one as an option. And then last but not least, we've got City of Ashes, which is the second one, The Shadowhunter Chronicles, The Mortal Instruments 2 by Cassandra Clare. And I think this is going to be my option because she fits the brief perfectly, with both a first and surname beginning with C. And I really want to carry on this series. So I think we're going to go with this one, City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. And then next up we have got a book with less than 200 pages. I've actually only got one book that fits this brief because, well, there's not really a reason. I don't know why I said because there. There's not really a reason. It just is the only book, physical book that I've got that fits this brief, and it is The Great Gatsby. So that's going on my TBR for this month by F. Scott Fitzgerald. It is, let me confirm, 148 pages. So like I say, it was the only book that I had less than 200 pages. So we're going to get this one read. Does it come under a classic? I would assume so. Yeah, vintage classics. So yeah, we'll get that one read. And then next up we have next book in the series you haven't finished. So I've got a few of these. So we do have the Cassandra Clare one from the Mortal Instruments that I could have chose, but I was pretty sure I wanted to do that first, C. But then we also have the next books in the Shatter Me series, which were on my TBR for last month. I just didn't get to them. So we've got Unite Me and Unravel Me. So this is Destroy Me and Fracture Me. So you have to read Destroy Me, then Unravel Me, then back to this one for Fracture Me. So we do have those two to be contenders. And then we've also got Richard Osman's The Bullet That Missed, which is the third one in the Thursday Murder Club series. So I read the first two during this month in July, and I really enjoyed them. They're just such easy, they're like cozy mysteries, I guess it would come under, but they're just so easy to read and really fun. I really like the characters in them. So I'm thinking I might choose this one because I've got The Great Gatsby, which I don't know if it's easy to read, but I don't typically like get on with classics. I read Dracula, which I enjoyed, but the other two classics that I own I've just not been able to get into yet. But we do have that. We've got City of Ashes as well, and then we've got Ace of Spades. So I feel like this will be a nice like mystery, which I don't really have yet. So I am going to go for this one. I am going to try and carry on the Shatter Me series this month as well, but for the actual TBR I'm going to choose this one, The Bullet That Missed by Richard Osman. And then last but not least, we have got a book that's blue. So I actually have a lot of books that fit this brief. The Shatter Me, next ones in the Shatter Me series does, the Cassandra Clare one does, Ace of Spades does. A lot of my TBR this month is going to be blue. So we have got Back in a Spell by Lana Harper, which is part of the Witches of Thistle Grove series, which I would like to carry on, but I just feel like this is again for like October time. We do have Eragon by Christopher Paolini, which I've never read like a book from this series. I do own all the books, or I might own, no, yeah, there's 4: Eragon, Eldest, Brisinga and Inheritance. I do own all 4 because I bought them off someone off Vinted, so I am looking forward to reading these. I would like to start this series, so that's definitely a contender. But then we've got Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. I did read Normal People, is that the same author, by Sally Rooney? Oh yeah, author of Normal People, and I thought it was okay, but it wasn't like my favourite book ever. But I would like to get to this one. I'd like to read some more of my hardbacks to sort of get them off my physical TBR, so we do have that one. Then we've got The Keeper of Stories by Sally Page, which I don't know what it's about, but I've had this on my TBR for a while, so it would be good to take it off. And we also have Faithful by Alice Hoffman, which again has been on my TBR for a while. And then last but not least, we've got Song of Silver Flame Like Night, which I'm assuming is a fantasy. It's a beautiful book. I'm assuming it's a fantasy, and again it's a hardback, which I would like to get off my physical TBR. So I think realistically my main contenders are Song of Silver Flame Like Night. I'm not going to remember what that's called without actually reading it. Song of Silver Flame Like Night, I think it's actually how you'd actually say it. There's a comma there. And then Beautiful World, Where Are You, and then Eragon. They're my 3 main options. I don't really know what to choose. I would like to start the series, but I have got, like, when I was looking at the series that I'm in the middle of, I have a lot of series that I've just not started yet, which I have, some of them I've only got like the first book for, but some of them I've got the whole series and I've just not started them. So this one might be a good one to choose actually, and start another series so that I can get them read. I think I'm going to enjoy this too. Yeah, I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to choose Eragon by Christopher Paolini. I'm going to get this one read this month. I am. I'm going to get another series started so that I can complete it. So yeah, that is the last one for this month's TBR. So to conclude, we have The Grandest Game by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which, like I say, is, I pre-ordered it, so it's meant to arrive tomorrow. And then we have Ace of Spades by Farida Abike Iyamide, which I'm very much looking forward to. Then we have City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, which is the second book in the Mortal Instruments series. Then we have got The Great Gatsby, which is purely on my TBR because it's less than 200 pages and it's the only book I had that fit that. Then we have got The Bullet That Missed by Richard Osman, which is the third book in the Thursday Murder Club series. I think it's only 4 books long. Yeah, this is the third one in that. And then last but not least, we have got Eragon by Christopher Paolini. Is that fair? Oh yeah, because one's being pre-ordered. Yeah, that's 6 books. Eragon by Christopher Paolini, which is the first book in the Inheritance cycle. So yeah, that is my August TBR. It's not very summery. I don't really have a lot of summery books. I guess romance would be summery, so I will try and get some of those books in too. But for my actual TBR, they're the books I have chosen. And yeah, let's see. Hopefully I can get them all read in this month. I really want to. But like I say, my life is going to be taken over by the Olympics for the first couple of weeks because I just can sit and watch it all day. I really, really love the Olympics. Anyway, this is my TBR for the month, plus The Grandest Game by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Let's see if I get them read. We will do a check-in at the end of the month and see how far I got. But yeah, that is the end of today's video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did and you would like to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But other than that, I will see you in a bit.